Good late morning, my friend.
Oh, so nice of you to finally make it here.
And
And what? Why are you staring at my hair? What's the matter with it?
well, it appears you ran into an unfriendly tree or something. Did you crunch into a bush this morning?
Oh, jeez. So embarrassing.
Can I help you get this stuff out?
Oh my God, please do. Please get it out, whatever's there.
Sure. Looks like it's all in the back here. No wonder you couldn't see it, Miss Long-Haired Girl. You know, it's kind of soggy.
That's because... Oh, I need to tell you what happened today.
I think I know by the looks. It appears you walked under a wet tree and it dropped these leaves on you. But it didn't rain this morning?
No. It wasn't a wet tree. So, did you get all of it out? Is there any left?
I think that's about it. I think. There were like 10 mushy leaves in the back of your hair. Maybe some old oak was warning you not to come near, but you defied it anyway.
Oh, like I said, major embarrassment that I went up to the counter looking like this.
Girl, you must have really made that tree awfully mad. Were you swearing at it? Saying bad things about bark?
No, it was not a mad tree, nor was I talking about bark. But had I known about this, I might not have saved the guy. Maybe I should have just let him plunge into his hedge.
Plunge into his hedge? Like, who was this guy? And how did you save his life?
I'm not sure that I actually saved his life. He probably would have survived to tell. But it was Jim. Yeah, Jim was the guy.
Is he married?
I didn't ask, nosy girl. Will you please give me a second to explain what happened, dear one?
Of course. Go right ahead. Right ahead. Wait, though. Let me kick these leaves under the table so nobody slips on them. Now, tell me all about unmarried Jim and your life-saving heroics.
Glad we're finally there.
Yes, dear girl. Explain your morning trauma to me. Or did you go to bed like that, then save Jim later?
Kate, you're just too much sometimes. So, this whole thing began when I walked here from my house.
Why did you walk from the house? Isn't it getting a bit hot for that today?
Kinda, but I was getting antsy for a little exercise since I'm working at home today and not scampering around the office as usual.
And you ran into this angry tree on the way. Then this Jim tumbled into his hedge and the tree dumped leaves on you. Maybe it didn't like the fact that you saved Jim?
Oh, Mama. Okay, let's cut to the chase.
Good, fine with me. But do you know this Jim? Is he a neighbor of yours? A friend?
Kate, you're killing me. Now, no, I didn't know Jimbo beforehand, okay? I was walking along Dryden, just normal neighborhoody strolling along. Then, this guy screams out to me like he's about to die.
And did you help this guy first, then help Jimbo next?
Ignoring. So I look up and there is poor Jimbo, barely hanging on to a ladder on his 2-story house.
Seriously? Like a fire truck ladder?
Nope, I think one of those sliding extension ladders.
And it slid out beneath him?
Well, his hands were barely hanging on to his gutter, which was ready to big time collapse. Wowee. Wowee indeed. So, one leg was on the ladder, while the other was hanging mid-air.
Oh, and you, Sonja, renowned savior of the stepladder spills, came to his immediate rescue?
I suppose.
How? Did you call the fire department first? You know, they'll come running over, even for cats.
Continuing. With these long arms, I basically pushed the ladder straight so he could step on it with both legs.
That's all? But none of this explains the green mush adorning the back of your hair.
Oh my god, it must have fallen from the ladder. Lucky me. I'm certain Jimbo saw it as I walked away, but he was too shaken to say anything.
Old guy, young guy, rich? How was he dressed?
Please, Kate. Like normal, I guess, for cleaning gutters.
Wow, Sonja. Did anyone see you execute this heroic deed? Aside from Jimbo, of course.
Maybe. He was yelling loud enough. Why?
Because you're likely famous. Social media is probably posting now. Local beauty saves man hanging precariously from two-story building. I can see the picture now.
Right. With my luck, it'd be a picture of me with a slimy wad of wet, grassy gutter gunk gently caressing my hair.
I get that. Look, Mommy, nature's new shampoo. Speaking of caressing, did Jimbo hug you for saving his life?
Yeah.
And? You say that as if it was an issue?
Well, I kind of hugged him in a way. We just opened our arms and it happened. Naturally, not repressed or forget it.
Wow, I sense kismet, instant magic, the unlikely meet-cute romantic meeting.
Totally wrong idea, Kate. Jimbo was like maybe 5'2" or so, not a strapping whale of a guy.
Really? This is an issue?
Really, like really. And worse yet, I'd never hugged a guy with that kind of height difference.
And again, how old was this Jimbo?
Got me. Probably mid-40s or something.
Well, unless he has scads of buckaroos, his age would disqualify him immediately, no?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I didn't ask if he was married for obvious reasons. It's not what you do after helping somebody.
But you would go out with him despite the age diff?
I don't know. Maybe, given the right conditions.
Like, what conditions?
I mean, he was kinda muddy and stuff.
Oh, you were about to say short. As in 5'2" Jimbo versus 6' Sonja?
Well, I wouldn't say never, but there'd have to be something especially attractive about him.
To make up for the fact that you'd always be bending over to hug him, right? Imagine that lifetime of back pain.
Kate, please. I'm not a height bigot or anything.
Okay. I mean, we get along, and I'm just a few inches taller than Mr. Jimbo.
Right. Sure. It's just that you and I aren't always hugging each other all the time.
Never thought of that. Do you think height equivalent friends do more hugging than a height gifted and a height challenged pair do?
Whew, Kate, we are like way off track, and I should probably start some work now.
No problem. Good old work. But speaking of height, I was reading an article last night about that billionaire rich dude, Grayson Slate.
Yeah? You mean that Houston guy who got all the press a while back?
Yes, sir. He's like, they said 5'8", but I think he's more around 5'6" on a good day.
Can't guys that rich just take a pill or something to grow taller now? Or is it still the old calf inserts? Ouch city, if so.
Ay, ay, ay. I can't think about medical stuff like that. Not while I'm chewing on lychee jellies. Makes my head swim.
Sure, same reason I could never be a doctor.
Uh-huh. Poor dude, though. You almost feel a little sorry for the Slatester. Despite his mucho macho moolah, the poor boy still lacks decent vertical augmentation options.
Slate options? Yeah, slate options. Tough when that's your only serious issue in life, right?
Yepers. But this boy has other serious issues, methinks. Like that paparazzi and media mangle about his digital cloning software. And, quote, mommy issues.
Oh yeah. Our slate options dude is no doubt living in Weirdsville with most billionaires. Big bucks always means big eccentricities. Huh?
I just love the disdain we have for the megas.
Right? The mega rich.
So, given our mutual disdain, I must ask the obvious question. Would you, Sonja Peterson, ever regularly date a billionaire dude, even if there wasn't the slightest spark of attraction?
Wait a sec. Let me finish this little ditty. I need to read over what I just wrote here.
Waiting for an answer.
There. Oh, now, what was the question again?
Dating. Would you ever date a guy only because he was mega rich?
I suppose. Couldn't hurt. It might be fun for a couple weeks, until he started getting weird about things.
Then, all the usual dating safeguards are carelessly shunted off to the hinterlands. But only if the guy's a gazillionaire.
Maybe. Hey, why am I the one to be put to a purity test? I mean, what would Miss Kate do in the same situation?
Personally, I would retain my innermost anti-billionaire ethics and refuse to even give the dude the time of day or night. On the other hand, if he was utterly breathtaking, that might create a small chink in my armor.
Oh, Kate. The fact that you carry so much armor around might be a good reason why you tend to sift through your guys so much. You think?
Sifter. You know, I like that word. I'm actually more of a sifter versus a dater. Think I'll tell that to my next guy. Dude, if you behave properly, you might slide through my very fine sifting screen.
Oh, joy of joy when that day arrives. The lucky guy.
But you walked here? Isn't that like a mile or so?
Roughly, you and I've walked it before from my house.
Oh boy, don't remind me about walking. The old beast of a car is acting up again. She doesn't appreciate the gas we're forced to use now, given TPTB.
TPTB? What does that mean?
The powers that be, of course. You know, it's short for those jacked up macho man political bimbos. The ones who forever impacted our gas-guzzling proclivities.
And why are you still driving the old guzzler girl around? You know that my i3 is there, sitting in the driveway, waiting for Kate to adopt her. Charge her bats. Give her some Kate electrical spice.
I know, indeed. Of course, you understand why it's so hard to part with my aging girl.
Yeah, I get it. One of the last cars your dad ever fixed. But hey, he did service my i3, right? Doesn't that count as dadly provenance?
Sure, like, it wasn't much. Changed the cabin air filter. After he did his thing with it, he said, "It's just not the same as a car with a carb, honey."
Okay. You pass by the poor girl all the time, hearing her cry out, "Kate, take me in your arms. Start the adoption process."
Well, I'll think more about it. Maybe when I need new tires again, which is probably tomorrow, given my rotten street nail magnetism.
Right? Is there any other city in the entire world with more nails on the roads per capita?
Nope, Houston takes the cake for that. Nails, nails, and more nails, all without cuticles.
Too bad they don't offer subscriptions at the tire store. Even at $100 a month payment, and I'd still come out ahead.
No kidding. You know, I sometimes think that if I was super rich, I'd invent this machine to pick up all the nails on the streets, like a Stromboni. Not for the ice, though, but for the nails.
Yeah, but what about the guff you'd get from the Houston tire lobby? They'd argue, "Don't let her deploy her nail Stromboni, Senator, or forgo your annual graft payment from our lobbyists."
Yep, totally. Guff and graft from tires and nails. Who'da thunk?
You know, walking here, if our dear city ever repaired the sidewalks, maybe more people would walk instead of drive.
Like you? Miss Car Electric, the walking girl. A total Scandi environmentalist.
You know it. We Scandies are dandies.
But that whole concept just bothers me. Does it bother you?
What's that?
Sidewalks. Not sidewalks per se, but whether they're made of concrete or cement. Yeah, that's the entire issue right there.
You have an issue with sidewalks? What a surprise. Personally, I appreciate the dirt ones. You know, those for big oak roots and stuff.
It's not just about sidewalks, though. Realistically, it's about all things concrete and cement.
Okay. And you're about to explain the difference?
Nope. Nopers. Never really considered until this moment, talking about sidewalks and all. I do feel that this issue has been burning inside of me all these long years.
And now, suddenly?
Yes, indeedy. Suddenly, the magma erupted like a bad burp, waiting to eject its molten layer.
Oh boy. So, I don't think I know the difference between the two.
Exactly. I'd bet there's not a single person in this place who could give you a concrete example of the difference between the two, or vice versa.
Looking around, you're probably right. No one here looks particularly construction-y.
And there you go. This magical substance that surrounds us is part of us, probably in our blood, holds the building together. Yet, not a solitary soul could tell you if it's cement or concrete.
Or vice versa.
Yep, you got it. Every last one, save construction workers, is building materials deficient in one way or another.
Well, I certainly am. Couldn't tell you if the streets are made of concrete out there, or cement, or some fakey petroleum-based alternative.
Right? Disturbing. But this whole topic of sidewalks and construction just reminded me.
Of what?
That old Houston no zoning historical history gripe and the impacts.
Uh-oh. What about it this time, Councilwoman?
I wouldn't say it's the tiny ants, because they're resting away in ant heaven now.
Then your issue is about other bugs?
Yep, other bugs. Like, my apartment was first invaded by gnats. Then the ants came in on their heels. Now, it's our beloved brown buddies who skulk around everywhere at night. Pantry partiers they are.
Yeah, lots of those this year due to the rain.
Then those black-winged dudes who don't bite, though they fly right in front of your face. Or when you've just settled in to watch a movie on TV.
I think you've hit the big ones, Kate.
What's my solution to Houston's beasties? They should make apartment slumlords debug every doggone place. Kate, the councilwoman, would religiously enforce it in a new housing ordinance. Yep.
Uh-oh again. You're back onto your ubiquitous, colossal, universal caulking idea?
Caulking. Magical caulking. If I was in charge, I'd force those rich slumlord dudes to personally caulk every crack and hole and nook and cranny and badly aligned floorboard.
That would take a lot of caulk, my dear. Mountains.
You're so right. And before I made it an absolute law, I'd buy up all the caulking companies in the country.
I love that caulking graft.
Sure. I'd make money no different than how our lovely billionaires use their influence today to make their big bucks. It's just that this time, it's me, so it's fair and just.
Joy of joys, Kate. With all your caulking graft payments, you could finally repair your poor old car.
Totally. And there's one more thing I'd do too.
Oh, Kate, I'm sure you could figure out a lot to do.
But in this case, I'd focus on those oversized new homes with only 1 or 2 people living in them.
You mean the new construction responsible for the nails on the streets?
Exactly. Those houses and those nails. I'd tell those casa oversized people to share their humongous, mostly vacant places. It's that ridiculous waste of good Houston vertical space that bugs me.
When you put it that way, it sounds like a pretty good plan.
Right? Communistic maybe, but like all these neighborhoods where you have one big house, one small, next one big, next one small. Your head goes up, then down, like a vertical ping pong game.
Okay, Quay, I got that by the eyeful on the way over. But I'm reaching a minor stopping point on the stuff I'm working. Want a refresh on our drinks, dearie?
Sure, I'll go get them in a sec. Though, one more thing.
Sorry, too sleepy today. What's the one more thing?
Square feet, my dear.
And what's the problem with square feet? Are we still talking houses here, or shoes, or something else?
No, not feet. I'm still on topic.
Houses, then?
That's it. That's the issue.
You're concerned that houses come in square feet?
Bingo! I mean, that little cottage next to the massive 3-story, each on a Houston postage stamp lot.
And your problem with that is?
Obvious. Should be. To all, anyway. Like, if they used a better metric, you'd find that the 3-story isn't only 3 times the size of the cottage.
And the answer is?
Like 6 times. 8 even.
Right. How does that work?
By using my better metric of cubic feet. I mean, think about the implications. You don't heat or air condition square feet. That's a dumb metric.
Wow, Kate, I never thought of that. Another amazing spark of geniosity from the girl.
Of course. Crap, if I only ran things. This world.
Speaking of running, how about that refresh on our drinks?
No, not you. I'll go up this time. I need to get up anyway to wash my hands, given all that slimy stuff in your hair. I'll bring some back.
Whew, remind me that I need to wash my hair when we're done with lunch. Gross.
Now, that was a frustrating experience.
What? Was it some character at the counter again?
Yeah, absolutely. But I can't say too much about him because the guy who did it is right over there.
You mean the guy in the orange sweatshirt? Like the Longhorns fan?
Exactly. That dude. That dastardly, devious dude.
So, is it that he's wearing a sweatshirt, even though it'll get into the 90s today?
You got it. Or at least that was a reason, but not the reason.
My, Miss Kate. The day is still young, and some poor soul in a UT sweatshirt has already crossed eyes with you?
No. I wouldn't say that he crossed anything with me. Not directly or intentionally anyway, unless he knew what I was thinking about him.
Oh geez, what was it then? Did the boy pass gas? Smelled bad? Earwax issues?
I wish. Those things are forgivable, temporary human disturbances.
Oh, sorry. It was another late night for Sonja, I'm afraid.
Really? You didn't tell me you had a date?
No date last night, dearie. No, I stupidly stayed up to watch some drama. Just didn't realize it was so mindless until it was over.
Oh, I hate it when that happens, which is almost always, given the predictable AI scripts they use, especially movies with AI actors. Ugh.
But back to Mr. Orange there. What did he do to bug you, Miss Unbuggable?
Well, I was standing in line, right behind him and his buddy there. And Mr. Orange kept repeating the same saying in every sentence. Over and over and over.
Oh, Kate. All right. I give up. What phrase was that?
Every human recognizes the most overused, nonsensical, unconversational phrase in human history. God knows, maybe in the history of all talking species across the entire universe.
Please, Kate, enlighten me. The suspense is maddening. Is it something I say all the time, or will it embarrass me because I do it?
No. I don't think I've ever heard you say it. It's just not your style, Sonja.
Oh, that's a relief. Nice that I have a style. So I should be glad I don't ever mention this mystery phrase.
Totally glad. Like, the people who do, they literally drop their IQ by 10 points or so every time they repeat it.
Jeez Louise. It's good that I'm so patient, or I might be getting only slightly irritated at you for not telling me yet.
Jeez, Sonja. At the end of the day, perhaps whatever Mr. Orange said will matter not to you.
Huh? Is that it? Is that your most bothersome phrase in the universe? Did Rome burn because Nero repeated it?
I know you're just being sarcastic for my sake, but at the end of the day, you don't really need to be.
Oh my God, dearie. Don't say that again. It's too annoying.
See? This unrepeatable mess of mumble happens to be Orange Guy's favorite phrase in the world, as if God himself handed it to the boy on a stone tablet.
I can see that. Orange Guy? Mr. Orange, I'm so glad you finally made it up the mountain. Now, your only law is this. Thou shalt begin or end every sentence with this phrase.
You bet. And y'all get extra points or blessings if you find a way to include it twice or more in the same sentence.
Most certainly. I think I've got one.
Okay.
Let's try this one. At the end of the day, I'm not sure this concrete slab we just poured will actually be solid at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think that counts for extra points, for sure. Especially because you were able to work concrete in there. As if you know the difference between that and cement, right?
Of course. So, you had another late morning standout experience at the bubble tea counter then?
Yuppers. It also reminded me of my dad, though.
Really? I don't recall him ever using that phrase.
No. I doubt he ever used it personally. But one time he asked why people always blabbed it. I think he said, just like exhaling packing peanuts.
Oh yeah, that sounds like your pop. He had quite the sense of humor, the little I knew of him.
Right. You know, that's where I get most of my angst and vendetta attitude from. Like, that gene lives in the same neighborhood as my many prominent hypercritical genes.
Indeed, Miss Kate. You know, some people are simply better off doing public or private exhortations instead of trying to keep it all repressed, right?
That's me, the exhortation queen. Though that doesn't sound so sexy.
Maybe observation. Yeah, I think that's a better description for you. Kate, the observation queen. Queen of the observable. Questioner of the questionable. Exhorter of the exhortable.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, okay. My tablet was funking out again on me for a second.
Kate, people just don't truly catch your genius, my dear. You always see or care about things that totally pass me by.
Most people would call that irascible behavior. Testy, irritable, even cranky.
Don't know, Kate. I think your mind operates in its own dimensional space. From birth, girl.
Yep. I'm dementedly dimensional for sure. And few can really appreciate that fact.